Oh, see, I think only you'll be able to see the question.
Okay. Also, my makeup is already leaking, so don't mind me.
We cannot see your makeup leaking.
Okay,
What's
perfect.
up, everybody? Now I'm peeing myself. Please don't pee yourself, Vito Princess.
People are crying. They are screaming, throwing up right now. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Look at this.
I see.
So, welcome. And Selena, let me just say this to you. This is like my first time video chatting with you, and I don't know you. I am not my own fan account. You are so dope. I just want to say that no one narrates me like you. I'm like, who is this person in my head saying everything I'm thinking in these videos? So it's really cool. So we have not done a live before with anybody. So congratulations. You forced us here.
Oh my God. I promise I'm not crying. My makeup is just in my eyes, okay?
Are you crying?
You're fine either way.
I never cry.
I'm emotional. I cry a lot, so it's all good.
I'm not getting any comments.
No, they are. They're just listening, I think. Maybe.
I don't think so.
No, I'm seeing a bunch of comments.
Yeah, I'm not getting any. Oh, that is not what you want to see. Okay. I don't know. So we don't have any comments.
Okay. Well, oh, really? How do I make that? How do I change that?
No, we see it.
They stop. To log out and log back in.
Just try it, yeah. Just log out and log back in.
Hold on.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I look a mess, okay? Oh, let me invite her again. I just realized. Not my eyes watering.
Okay.
I see.
Okay.
I see
Here
the.
we go.
I see the comments like who's being held hostage. Like I'm blinking. I'm trying to let you guys know this is her house that I'm in, and the doors are locked.
So how did you get held hostage?
Because you're like, hey, you can pick it up from airport. Oh, don't worry about a hotel. It's fine. And I was like, all right. And then now the doors are all locked. So don't know what to do.
Wait. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
should we
wait,
do
I
it?
was going to say, yes. I think it's great that we talked to you, too, because I'm pretty sure both Chada and Claire and DX have all been like, I'm pretty sure Tiff is running this account.
Oh, my God.
Just to compliment herself. And now it's known. Now we can tell them, show them like, hey, this is the person running the Tiland stand.
I was trying to convince
Kyland.
I was trying to convince
This is all
people.
this is gonna be. This whole call.
I was trying to convince the people that DF was running this account, but
Ooh,
no one believed me.
That would have been good.
He is y'all's biggest stan, so you know.
He is.
He is. Okay.
Yes, he is.
Was so funny. He was like, "Do y'all know something I don't know?" I was like, "I don't know anything either."
Oh my gosh.
Okay, well, should I start asking y'all some questions?
Go ahead.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Can you start light, Selena?
What?
Start light. I can already tell. It's all over your face, girl. You got your number one.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Are you kidding me?
Don't start with your number one question. Start off slow.
No, I sent you guys these questions. Okay. So okay, the first one, because it's two parts, and you didn't say which one. I'm asking you both. Okay. So the biggest question everyone wants to know is, how do you define yourselves? And if you say Tiland, I'm going to lose my mind. So don't say that.
How do I define myself?
Oh, no. Don't even. Come on. Are y'all together?
I'd say that, we have Christian here.
We got interrupted.
There we go.
I'm Selena. I'm one of your mom's crazy fans.
Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh, no,
but
we can't hear you.
She is.
Join the live.
She is Selena.
We're on our earpiece right
She
now.
runs this amazing account and
yes,
is such a strong supporter.
She runs the Tiland.stand.original account.
Don't look at
and just crushes it on Twitter.
She puts all these videos together to make it look like
hey, Chris.
kind to each other.
Oh, one of my friends hopped in. Hey, Brittany!
I love the interruptions. It's like an intermission. All right.
Oh man.
Not this.
Oh my God. No, I would say I think that I think that the best definition I saw was online. It just said that there's a divorce that occurred in the house, and so since then we've just been trying to stay cordial for DX's sake,
Yes.
because we have to take care of him.
So
And
you all are products
he's
of a broken home.
Yeah. What's up, Brittany?
What's up,
Brittany?
Okay, so just to be clear,
yeah,
you'd be fine if y'all hooked up with other people?
I don't know. We're not. I don't know what would be. I don't know how that conversation even comes into this conversation.
I mean,
they feel unrelated.
He's an individual. I'm an individual.
We're DX's parents.
We are DX's parents.
That's
sure.
the main
We get
thing.
along for the sake of the children. We get along for the sake of everyone who stands us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if Kyland was to go off and hook up with somebody, how would I know?
I mean, you know what? We're not
Living our lives. I know that basically. Jeez.
Was that too direct?
Look,
No, it's
but
too
yes,
good.
like
It's interchangeable,
Elliot said,
you know?
it's
Exactly, you know?
Oh my God.
Also, I was like, I think this has been said lots of places. I've never, nobody's interchangeable. That was a different conversation where I just messed up in what I was saying. Nobody's interchangeable.
No, I'm not
talking
about nobody. Am I interchangeable?
Of course not.
Oh, okay.
Just like Chad is.
Oh my God, wait,
like
so y'all are exclusive? Because that's what I just heard.
No.
Why did you hear me?
No, you're not interchangeable. Anyone's not interchangeable. That's the point.
Okay, fine. Fine. All right, so no answer. That's fine. We'll just never have an answer.
Tiffany will chop off my head if he got with somebody. I'm not like that. Y'all think I'm the jealous type?
We're not. I don't even understand.
Oh my gosh. Okay, are you gonna give us anything more clear?
That is, we couldn't be more clear than that.
So here's the thing.
Okay.
Single monsters.
I love Kyland. This is my friend. We definitely created a bond in the house that I was not even aware of until you started posting all these videos. I did not know I was so kind to him in the house.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
very
just
kind.
thought, like, every now and then we talk game. I didn't know that I actually was nice to him because there were so many times that I was mean to him. So right now, this is me making up for time.
She's very nice to me now.
I was not so nice.
I love somebody asked about what do we think about Claire X. I actually prefer Declare.
I like Declare.
Declare was the name that won.
Look, they want the next question.
And we love we love Claire and Derek X. Declare. So as long as they're happy, we're happy and they're stupid cute. It's annoying sometimes.
Yeah,
I see them online.
The great thing about that.
That's so Monique hasn't made an appearance.
The great thing about what?
No, the great thing about them is they told everyone that they were dating.
Yeah, I know.
You know? And so
because they're dating, that makes sense. They would tell everyone because they're dating.
They said you weren't nice to me either.
Yes, exactly. It's not. That is
Tip was
a longer conversation.
Okay,
but
here's a question I keep seeing come up.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe somebody in the audience can help me
help
you. Question is, are we dating? Someone define dating to me.
Why do you do these things?
Why do I do these things?
Let me define it. Okay.
It's your show.
You have spent some meaningful time together a few times.
Hold on.
And it's deeper than just a friendship. And it's working towards something that is more than friendship.
Wait, you're defining me and Derek X.
Oh my God. Okay.
So I don't know what I think that's the confusion because the house is just so.
Not that.
But yeah, so I'm glad that we could clear that up. That was the main thing.
All right.
We wanted to clear that up.
That was a great answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Romantic relationships, romantic friendships. That's actually a term.
Romantic
My friend Brooke Berry was just telling me about it. So
romantic friendships.
Yeah, it just is more. There's just, and we develop close bonds with different people in various ways.
Me.
Of course.
Yeah, and you like him too, which means y'all are
Of
dating.
course.
I'm putting it out there. All right.
Well, we like you too, so the three of us are dating.
Okay,
I guess.
well,
So,
that's
yeah.
fine. I'll take both of y'all.
Perfect.
Okay, everyone, they're dating. No more questions about it.
That will be a headline real quick, Selena. Hold on.
I would be saying a whole lot of nothing. You be saying a whole lot of nothing.
Here's the thing. No, I just was saying whole lots of words, you know.
His sentence structure.
Who is this?
Catch
Kate,
up.
what are your intentions towards your sister? Is that your
What?
sibling?
I don't know.
Someone
It's
said
given.
Polyamory.
I mean, I think that everyone
King of
really
double
is in a
top. I was the king of
polyamorous
nuanced
relationship.
conversations, is what I'd
You
say.
just don't know
That's the
it.
funny thing.
A lot of people are sleeping with somebody who's sleeping with somebody else. They're in a polyamorous relationship whether they know it or not.
yeah.
or,
Monogamy, who cares about that, you know?
yes, exactly. Or a lot of
Courting.
it's giving it's giving polyamory. That's what we were just saying. It's not avoiding. We're just answering the questions
Okay.
as accurately as we
Someone
can.
just asked this. This is what okay.
Yeah.
Why is it a secret? Like, why do you guys not want to say exactly what
but here's the thing. So here's the issue with that is that if you ask a question, you say like, hey, is this a cup or is this a bowl or whatever, a chair, a table, doesn't matter. If you ask that question looking for a direct yes or no answer, then of course you're going to be disappointed. But if you just ask a question, be like, hey, what is the actual answer? What is the actual truth? That is the thing that we describe.
Do you love me?
That of course I love you. Of course I love.
Oh my God!
We
I'm
love
gonna
the
save
we
this
talk about
one
family
clip and post it.
I know somebody already did. That's the thing. They're like, oh well, he loves everybody. It's just like nope, just that. That's the way it works.
They want followers. That is
no,
this is a genuine
slow.
connection.
Yeah,
we
of course.
Connect,
we are the connect. You know, that's the thing.
Okay.
It's right here.
It's right here.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm just gonna wait for my wedding invitation in 5 years. Okay, I'll give you 5 years.
Not Tiffany. Please take over the answers. Okay.
You know, that's the thing.
All right. Let me just
times explanations. I mean, you know what you signed up for.
Okay.
I just explain. Here's the deal: is I just explain things more nuanced and more detailed, and so it throws off people because we don't live in a society that works off of like nuance and detail. We work on social media and everything's. I knew you was coming. I'm done. That's the last words I say. Please continue. I'll sit here. I'll make everybody happy. I'll sit here.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. We'll just move on. All right.
Yes.
Okay. So when you were in the game, clearly you guys were kind of a mess. Okay. So what?
Kind of a mess. The most successful alliance in the history of the show.
No,
I don't
you
know
were
how messy.
a successful mess. That's why we wanted to watch y'all. But what do you think it was that kept bringing you two back together on a personal level, even though you kept like falling apart? Because there were all these moments, you know, where it was just really sweet, even though you guys kind of didn't get along. So.
Okay. So.
James Jefferson. Oh wait,
yes, that's
no, somebody else.
Okay. So Kai and I did have a final two way early on, week 3.
Mm-hmm.
However, I wasn't getting the relationship building that I needed. So me and Chada got close. And then I did not feel, it's very hard to trust people in the house. It's very hard. And even though Kyland seemed very trustworthy, I really wasn't sure if I trusted him or not. So I would waver back and forth with whether I trusted him or whether I didn't. So I don't know if he could feel that or not. I just felt like he could because I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but I was kind of a little bit mean to Kai in the house, like just like this much.
Mm-hmm.
so, you know, I think, but then there were times when I would be like, am I wrong? Like, should I trust Kai? Is he really sincere about what he's saying? So then we would have conversations and then I would believe him again. And then he would go off and start working on these other relationships. This is how I explain it. This is what I thought about.
Okay.
Kai came to me and was like, "You're my final two."
Well,
okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Let me clarify it.
Hey, Alyssa.
Okay, so Kai and I had a final two. It was expressed mutually that we had a final two.
Okay.
Just because we were off building relationships in the house with other people, to him, it's like it doesn't matter what I'm building over here. I told you we have a final two, So that's what it is. But I'm built differently, right? So he's telling, so to me, it's like, okay, we have a final two, but if we're not like building upon it, then I'm thinking you're building something with somebody else. So that allowed Chada to get in close with me, and then I felt like I owed her to work with her to the end, and so that's how I was like, well, maybe me and Kai really don't have a final two. But he's the type of person that when he says something, like if he was like, we have a final two, no matter what I'm doing over here, you're my final two, I wasn't feeling that. So there were times I didn't trust him. But then we would talk and I would be like, damn, maybe we do have this final two. So I don't know, we would just go back and forth.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's just the nature of the house itself is...
Not you should have said good morning more.
Oh my gosh.
That actually wasn't him.
No, so yeah, the nature of the house itself is a place that is building distrust. I mean, everybody, and also the nature of the house too, and the nature of the show is that people are watching the feeds and people are watching the show or the diary room. It's like you'll see a clip from the diary room. We're in there for hours, and then you see one thing that will be said, and then you're like, okay, that's what they thought, and it's just like, no, that was part of a two. Especially looking at me and the way I talk. Yeah,
they were terrible.
A very long conversation, and that was just the part that made sense for that time or whatever. We're looking at that time or live feed of like, hey, we literally just had this conversation yesterday where she was like, hey, I saw you said this or whatever during this conversation. I was like, yeah, of course, like that didn't matter. And it's like, oh, she had no idea, or just like and that's the funny thing right now. I think why all of us get along so well is because we watch the show, somebody will send us clips, hey, what about when so-and-so said this? It's like, yeah, that's the game. Like, that was the whole point of the game.
Don't mistake the fact that things are edited. Like, you may see a clip that we recorded way before get dropped into a show that you're just now watching. So don't mistake editing. That was something we were warned about way before we even got on the show, that things will be edited in a certain light. Yes, you did see the live feeds. I mean, here's the thing. You have to learn to separate the game from real life. And regardless of how we played the game, like, this is still my friend. I know whether we played the game, he doesn't have to trust me either, because I don't know what you guys saw, but there were times where I was like, fuck Kai, I'm not. Claire, we do not trust him. Jerry, we do not trust him.
Shut up,
we do not trust him.
Yeah.
So we went, I went back and forth. Whatever he was saying about me, I don't know. But there were times when, if he didn't trust me, I kind of do feel like I kind of led us to that point, because
I think this is what cracks me up, is that people say like, oh, the live feeds aren't edited or anything about the live feeds. Just like, yeah, that's what we just said. There's 2 rooms that they're showing, 16 or less people in the house, different conversations, and every conversation we're having, we're switching in our heads. We're like, hey, this is what I'm saying to this person, this is what I'm saying to this person, and then, or we'll have a conversation where we're just speaking out a thought, just like, that's what we're kind of trained to do, is like, hey, speak out your thoughts as you're thinking them. And then I'm thinking of a thought that is, I'm like, oh, what if this, or what if this, out loud. And then somebody's like, oh, well, you said this. And it's just like, yeah, that's, a thought out loud. Just like you might be, we were talking like I forget what it's called. There's a term for it, but like when you're on the top of like a really high building or something, like, what if I jumped? It's just like, well, obviously I'm not going to jump. Like, that's crazy. But the brain just processes thoughts.
You said you didn't trust me?
Huh? At some point, for sure. Okay.
Yeah. I was giving credit, because they like give credit.
Yeah.
Neither one of us trusted each other at some point during the game. That's just the game.
Well, I think also that's the whole point too, of going to like, people don't get how different people think. I think somebody called out Taryn's interview. It's a good spot to look at. But when you are in, not just in the game, but when you are processing the information that you're getting, especially if you're somebody who process information, I think, differently than other people, which is a lot of what I do. Tiffany was talking about when we made our agreement and then not needing to talk again. That's not how most people work. And I get that. And that's why even in Tara's interview, I'm like, okay, if I have one regret, it would probably be going back to like week 3 or 4 and just us having more connected time on the Connect, more time just facilitating a relationship, because that's what normal people do. Normal people do need more time to build a relationship. My brain and Kyland mode and game mode was just like, oh, we don't need to talk because we already made the relationship. So that's why I said, even at the end, like, yeah, I was, upset with the things that were done, that were being said, or relationships or whatever, lies, betrayal and stuff. But that comes back to me because easily I could have just corrected that by being a normal person and talking more with my friend, with my partner in the house, and making sure that they knew we were still on the same page, rather than just assuming that. Assumptions ruin things, and that's what I did.
For me,
Yeah.
it's like building relationships. Like, okay, Kai is like this. If I come to you and I tell you something, then that's what it is. I'm like, okay, you came to me, you told me something, but I need actions behind those things. So right. It's like, if you're over there building relationships with other people, you just leave me out here by myself with nobody in this house of 16, 15, 14, 13, 12 people. I have to have a relationship with somebody. It doesn't mean an intimate relationship. It just means we're people and we have to have relationships. That's really how my bond was created with Chada, because I was just left open.
Hey, Jess. Sorry.
Even though I had Claire, but I knew I had to have somebody else. So when he's building his relationships with other people in the house, my relationships with other people got closer. And then I'm a loyalty person. So Chada being there for me and us talking game all the time, I'm like, how do I just cancel her and not consider taking her further with me? But he's like, hey, I told you, we're final two. We know that we don't have to talk about it every day. And it's not that we needed to talk about it every day. It's just that when I'm open and I'm not building with you, I'm building with somebody.
So, okay. In that same vein though, why didn't you just talk to Kyland more?
Kyland was busy. Oh, sorry.
We need what did Yvonne say about that? I don't know.
Listen, I'll take that. You're right about that. I could have talked to him more. Listen, I am not that type of person. I'm not going to tell you, come ask how I'm doing, come check on me, rub my back, give me kisses, hold my hand. I want you to do whatever you want to do, and that will let me know where you want to be. I don't want to ask anybody to come talk to me. I'm not going to ask you to call me more. I'm not going to ask you to come see me more. I'm not going to say, come kick game with me. We in this house together. We all in this house. So if that's not what you do, then that's not what you do.
Yeah.
No, I think that was my whole point, was just like, as far as spending time with you, like a normal, outside the house, I think that's the type of effort that I would make. Inside the house, we were playing a game, so I was like, okay, what is the focus that our team needs right now? Let me focus on that. But in addition to that, there was enough time where I could have found just as easily as she could have come to talk to me, I could have came and talked to her more, and then we could have just been on the same page, and that synergy could have risen us up so much.
Whoever said I had the same concerns when X wouldn't talk to me, I did. That's just how I am. Like, if you don't talk, I'm not going to ask anybody to come talk to me. And that's not just directed towards him. That's anybody. I went through that with Alyssa. I was like, Alyssa ain't talk to me. Like, I knew what it was when she wasn't talking to me. I'm not going to go to her and be like, hey, you want to talk gang? I mean, if I don't feel it's mutual, what are we talking for?
Yeah. I mean, that's why y'all's relationship was interesting, though, because it's reflective of, like,
Fancy skin. I'm fancy skin.
There we go.
But yeah, just a lot of communication issues, right?
Yeah, I mean, it is.
But at the same time, I realize he's a good person. Like, he's still a good guy. Like, Kai is a good guy. And I do know that there were times in the house where he did have my back and I didn't have his. And we actually talked about this outside of the house, how, I would say to him, like, you didn't have my back. And he would say, like, you didn't have mine. And I'm like, well, yes, I did. I had your back during these times in this kind of way. And he would say the same thing, but we realized, like, well, that's not the way I needed you to have my back, though. I needed you to have my back.
BB love languages. There we go. That's a new term.
It was like, he's saying, well, I had your back this kind of way in these situations. And I'm like, but I didn't need you to have my back that way. Like, I needed it this way. I needed it this way. And he was saying the same thing. Like, the example is the distrust between DX and Claire with him. He's like, you didn't have my back because you were enabling them not to trust me. And I'm like, yes, but I didn't know that he felt that was me not having his back.
Yeah.
And listen, yellow bird with no photo, I do not blame myself. What I do is what I respect is I do take accountability for my own actions. I have no problem doing that. I respect accountability. And if there's a time where I feel like I need to step up and say something that I want to hold myself accountable for, or I should, then I will. That does not mean you blame yourself. It's a lot of people who do not take accountability for their actions, and they walk around thinking they have never done anything wrong. I'm not that person.
Yeah, I think that
Well,
I think
okay, to be super
just
fair to
acknowledging
Tiffany, she would have not, even if she didn't have your back, she would have not checked you out of the house at 6. Okay, so
well,
Never will put him on the block, though. You were not going on the
you
block.
were the only person who did put me on the block.
Oh,
The first person who put me on the block.
not at 6 though.
Let's start there. All right, let's not say I'm not gonna put something on the block. Let's also go back to, you could be here. It's right here.
Thank you.
All the
I wasn't going to let you get eliminated. I wasn't going to let you get eliminated.
Yeah.
that is up for debate, as you've said to me on multiple occasions.
What? I was going to kick you out?
It depends on the scenario.
I was never, Kai, I needed you to go with me to 3.
No, but literally from 6, remember you were talking about like, oh, well, yeah, depending on who saves me, then that's where I'm going to work with, even though you told me something
if X
like,
would have
and I
saved me,
understand it.
if X would have saved
I
me
understand
when I was on
all
the
of
block?
it. Yeah, I understand it.
I was going to kick you out.
And that's what I'm
for sure.
saying.
I
That's just not how I
definitely
operate.
was. If X would have saved me when I was on the block at 6, if he would have taken my deal, I was coming after Kai.
And so, to be clear, she's just saying this now. She acknowledges. Before this, she said that she wouldn't, even if he did save her. And so that's why I was like, that's not true. And then now she just once again acknowledged that's not true.
I did tell you that in the storage room.
Yeah, but that was after. That was the whole point.
Okay.
So
but
when
this
you
is
said it.
I mean,
No. She
had one
said this.
HOH at 6, Tiffany, you would have never put him up. That's what I mean.
No, so she said before.
No, okay. So Kai put me on the block, right? I went to him with this pitch, like, I will do whatever you need. Like, let's work this out.
Yeah.
I will. You said let's.
What? No, I said this is helpful.
Oh, okay. I was like, work with me, people. Work with me, Kai, right?
Mm-hmm.
Take me off the block. I got you. I made him this
let's
deal.
not start the story there. Let's start.
Where you want to start the story?
I mean, we could start at the second final 2 with Chada. We could in week 4. We could start at week 5.
Oh my God.
With you talking to X about our final 2. So, like, I think that to suggest all of a sudden. Well, I mean, but you're suggesting all of a sudden that, like, hey, you got into this desperate situation and then started saying, like, hey, I'll work with you in this way and this way. Let's be consistent with this. With
Do I
the
need
story.
to start posting a whole bunch of clips from the last week on the page?
No, but the clips that do
no, but what you're saying is at some point I was going to put you on the block, but I was never going to put you on the block until I made X the same deal I made you because you didn't take it.
No, but that's what I was saying is that in itself makes it a lie.
Fighting.
No, it's not fighting. It's literally just relax. No, it's literally talking about if you're talking about something that you're going to do, and then if it's not true, then that would make it untrue. And so I just acknowledged, I was like, hey, that wasn't true. And then you're like, yeah, that wasn't true. And I was like,
okay, we'll move on.
That's all I was pointing out.
What's your next question?
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
This is a cute question. All right. Okay. Let me see. Okay. When did you guys realize, this is the perfect follow-up question. When did you guys realize there was some kind of a spark between you?
Where's the spark? Do you see any spark? Ro! It's Ro!
Hey, Ro! Oh my gosh.
Is he single? I'm just kidding. Okay.
We don't know, you know, who knows?
No.
He can hopefully answer that someday. I'm sure that there's a girlfriend that would like him too, but we'll leave. No,
What?
No, I don't know.
If there's somebody who wants to help Ro get citizenship over here,
I'll help him.
DM me.
Ernie.
I will tell you, he's the nicest guy, and he's even more attractive in person. It's a little bit annoying.
Because he cuter than you?
Oh, he's cute. Yeah, by a lot. Jeez, Rohan in Canada, and he's Canadian, has a little bit of A, and so, you know.
All right, I guess there was a spark between.
Okay. Is there a spark?
I mean, I think there's plenty of sparks. Like, we just saw sparks happening right now.
LOL. Okay. Um. Okay.
Is that
Hey,
Jess?
yes, yes.
Okay. So,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
sparks. Let's talk about the sparks.
All right.
So let's see. I mean, Kaya is hot, right?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I think he's attractive. I think he's cute. I just don't know was if the
Okay.
sparks are lighting a fire.
Okay. Let me rephrase this. Okay.
Oh, thank you.
Even if it's just friendship, like deep friendship or something, when did you realize that you had like real feelings for each other? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't
You know
fully
what?
understand.
I understand. So I'll say this. You get connected with people in the house very early on. And
Mhm.
Kai and I were on the same team. And I think like when he first went on the block that first week, I felt really bad for him. And then when he won his second HOH, I was like, I wanted to help him stay in the house. So I am just a compassionate person. I just care about people. I cannot really help that. So it's hurtful. So, so, so I don't know. I mean, the feelings of not wanting to see anybody hurt. I care about Kai. I'm not gonna lie about that. So what was the question again? Because you had me take this shot.
It's not working. This question is not working. Basically.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, can I ask this? Okay. I'm gonna rephrase it one more time. Okay. 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 This is an entirely different question.
Okay.
What is it about each other that like drew you to each other? Like each other's personalities, you know?
Go ahead, Kai.
I mean, Tiff is. I am running out of good things to say about Tiff. I mean, she's obviously intelligent and funny and quick-witted and just in a lot of ways like an open-hearted person when she wants to be.
No one wants to hear this. Everyone's like, this is terrible. All right, let me move on.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
No, it's not you. Everyone's like, this question.
No, it's probably me. It's fine.
No,
the
it's
comments will let us know.
Okay. Oh my God. All right. So what has it been like for y'all outside the house as you navigate your relationship with so many public opinions on it, like mine, but also like the haters?
It's challenging because people judge you without actually knowing what is really going on. Like, genuine relationships, friendships, and bonds were made in that house. So, it's like everybody is really just trying to navigate their relationships outside of the house, because even when we talk about the game as a whole, or we talk about the game just as the cookout, there's always some emotional feeling that you feel about how it was played. So it's kind of like I really just want to step away from the game aspect of it, like just forget about it and get to know each other and build outside of that. Because we really are great people. However we played the game is how we played it, but we really did build bonds, and they really are genuine, and we really are family. So, the fuck you laughing?
Hannah stands judging DX and Claire just aggressively.
So you know, it's like people trying to figure out what we're doing, what somebody else is doing. We're getting to know each other. We're getting to know each other outside of the game.
Yeah.
Yes. Ask some fun questions. What's your question? Phoebe-O?
Yeah, y'all ask some fun questions. Y'all hate me.
So, no. Selena, your questions are perfect.
No, I don't wish there were not live
That's
feeds.
The thing is people.
Live feeds.
Yeah, and people are also, they're gonna have their own thoughts and desires based on their own personal motives and lives, and that's why it's like, I think that's why none of it really phases us. Me and Tiffany talk a lot about things not bothering us from the game or from conversations, because it's like, oh, well, that's their journey, that's how they got to that place, and that's how they're feeling, and they're really invested, and they just have their own emotions and own perspective and own desires and motives, all those things. So it's just like
check your
everyone's
question
gonna say
bubble,
something.
Selena.
But no, I mean, you still had questions.
Let me look at the question box. All right. Are Tiffany and Kyland dating? They're not going to tell us. Let's see. What are y'all's thoughts on DX and Claire? I don't care that much. So can we?
We love them.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Wait, you had questions too. You said
we're in Michigan right now. Kai flew out here to see me because he loves me.
Okay, what are y'all doing for Halloween?
We are going to trick or treat.
Okay, together.
We're going to Tampa.
Okay. Someone wants to know if y'all will kiss.
I mean, it was on that feed that went. That was a lot of on the IG live. The IG live. There's a lot of. No, wait. What are your questions, Selena? I think that you had some questions.
I had some questions, but now I feel bad.
Don't feel bad. Don't let these people judge you.
Questions. I'm gonna answer them.
Let them judge us. Let them judge
No,
me.
but I'm sensitive.
No, but let them judge me. That's the thing. Like that's what I'm like. Hey, let it come to me because it is. Yeah, you're perfect, Selena.
Do you think? Okay, we'll just do some more game questions, I guess. So, if Tiffany had managed to flip the vote and keep Christian week 5, that would have helped your final 2 / relationship.
No, I think it would have hurt all 6 of us. There's no way Christian and Alyssa together, and all 6 of us still make it to the end. We all know that's not gonna happen. So I think
Christian and wait, my son Christian or Christian from the
No, talking about I'm definitely Christian. No, but as far as in the house, so that flip vote, I mean it would have completely destroyed the very
fabric of our
genius master plan that was there, because then we wouldn't have had that in order. It would have thrown off. There wouldn't have been the same duo dynamic. It just more than likely
we can't
running the scenarios more.
Somebody said I'm too old for him.
Oh my gosh.
Am I too old for you?
Never.
Someone else
You're too young.
7. So
What?
Not I should take Kai to Flood. He will never come back to Detroit. I'm gonna answer all these questions. Me and Kai are dating. Me and Kai are a couple.
Oh, you're reading questions?
No, I'm answering
questions.
Yes.
Got it.
Kai, can you give Tiffany her flowers? Give me my flowers. Okay.
Look online. They're there.
Okay.
Yes, I love him. He loves me. Age is always irrelevant. So I have never gave a F about age.
Yeah.
What else do y'all want to know? If you could have picked an entire team, I would have picked Claire, DX, Child, Kai, and SB. Do Christian and Mama Pat like Kai? My family is very forgiving. We all love Kai. He still listen. He owes me $700,000.
I mean, depending on how you look at it, there's
an XO
so many different numbers there.
Okay. Another game question. Okay. So
yes, I'm claiming him with no profile pic. Yes,
oh my gosh.
Okay.
What are you claiming me
for?
Everything.
Okay.
You got a problem with it?
I have no problems with anything that anyone says.
How about we take a shot?
No.
Wait. So what was this other question?
Okay. So don't mind me.
We cannot. Live. Kai doesn't want to commit. He don't have to commit. We can be in an open relationship.
Oh man, this is.
Okay, I'm gonna take a shot.
Okay. Come on. This only our.
I was like, for record, we took a shot already.
No, we didn't. Kyland.
I mean, this was.
Oh, somebody said no shots. Your audience has spoken. They said no shot.
I thought you were just trying to empower me and tell me that this is my page.
So for Halloween, we are doing opposites. I'm going to be the devil. Kai's going to be the angel.
Okay.
That sounds like a good idea.
You want to be an angel?
You do a shot with me. You're about to do one.
They want to know if you claiming me.
What? Claiming you for what?
Oh, That's your answer.
No, I mean, what? Oh, I don't understand what just happened. There's a lot of things just got thrown.
Tiffany, I want to bring us back to our alcohol because you were about to do this with me.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just do one. Kyland, come on.
Responsible as I'm gonna get.
What's irresponsible about
One shot.
taking a shot?
Kai is not claiming you run.
Of course.
Kai, I gotta run.
No, this is.
You're not claiming.
You're saying so many different things, though.
I'm just reading the comments.
Oh, of course I'm claiming Tiff. What are you guys talking about? Tiff, take the damn shot.
Yeah. Okay, ready?
Where's your shot glass?
That is mine.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Everything is always Kai's fault when it comes to me.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take a little baby half of the shot.
All right.
Oh, man.
Why are haters here? Because haters are everywhere, Mimi. Haters are everywhere. We cannot always win.
You have that
You
lemonade?
gotta work hard to win. You can't just win
Do you
to
have that
win.
lemonade?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Just pour a little bit. Thank you. Thank you. That's good. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Cheers to this going better.
Cheers. It's going great. That's what I say.
Okay. All right. So
Okay.
my question was,
Y'all not gonna get no more answers out of me. What?
so during Tiffany's second HOH,
Yeah.
the night after the veto competition, you both talked about how you have to be Mickey and Holly and like do that all the way to final two. And Kyland, you said that you had made things challenging as well as Tiffany and that you're extra stuck with her because you told her that your mom would want you to choose her earlier. And you also, I mean, you were just claiming as much responsibility as her for whatever mess was happening. But then 4 days later, Tiffany was your target. So what really changed in those 4 days? Because that didn't seem like you were lying.
Oh, I mean, it's literally so many things that not just change in that conversation, before that conversation, during the conversation.
Can I say what I think it was?
No, not mid-conversation. No, go for it. I can answer that one too.
Okay. I think that when I went to Kai to tell him all the things that, like,
Remember, that wasn't all.
my broken trust issues with him, and okay, so let me just say this about men and women. I think that women are a little more forgiving. Like, we want guys to come out and tell us what they have done to we just want you to be honest and tell us what you have done. And then we're like, okay, that makes me feel better. I'm an honesty person. The way to build trust with me is you got to be honest with me. So I felt like, okay, I did not know what he knew. I did not know what he didn't know. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to lay everything out on the table. But what's up, Frenchie? But I think that that did not work well for me in the situation when I went to Kai to tell him that I did not trust him. Hi, Titi. Is Sherry in here too? So I think that when I told him all of the reasons, all of the distrust I had, stuff like that, I think that did not help me. I think he realized, like, I don't trust you.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
no, this is
wrong.
Yeah, that is not at all the case. Just because, first off, you said, "Hey, I want to have this laying everything down on the table conversation," but then you didn't. You said, "All right, we're gonna take a pause then." No, it's fine. I don't want to confuse.
Kyland.
Huh?
You can answer.
No, I know, but I'd rather make sure that I think that people tend to see one thing that's being said and then they run with it on their own, based on their own filter, which is what humans do pretty naturally. Like, we have a filter. We're going to hear things. We're not going to hear things, whatever it happens to be. But for something like that, which I think I get what she's saying in terms of laying things out on the table, but then that was the whole issue, is that she said, "Hey, I want to lay everything out on the table." So my brain is pretty literal. So she said everything. So I was like, okay, cool. But then everything wasn't laid out. It was just some things, a lot of things.
Well,
what did you
want to be laid out?
No, I mean, it would be everything. Like, we're in a house by that point, over 60 days, we're talking hundreds of conversations, tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of words. So, like, that is, I think, an issue that I've had with communicating, whether it's on the show or off show interviews or something. Like, when you ask that question, my brain thinks of all of those. And we don't have time to go over hundreds of thousands of words. So to consolidate that to the ones that you want, I'd have to know exactly what you want. And then you would have to know exactly what you want. But since it's so vast amount of information, you wouldn't even know what to ask for, just like I wouldn't know what to deliver in that. So then it just ends up with me saying lots of words. And then somebody's like, well, those aren't even the words I wanted to hear. It's like, well, I couldn't possibly know that because I'm not you. So that's why I just said, in terms of laying things out on the table, if somebody says, hey, I want to lay everything, I'm like, cool. And then it's not everything, then I'm like, okay, then that's not necessarily tracking. So that's why when she was just saying, when Tiff was just talking about, hey, I did this and it was all laid out, and it's like, cool, but it's not, because there's more here. And so I didn't have that conversation.
Are you saying that did not make it worse for me?
Correct. I'm saying that wasn't the thing.
Did it make it worse? Better for me?
I'd say, if anything, I think that it depends on what you're talking about. You're talking about a personal relationship, you're talking about a game relationship, that day, that hour, the hour after that.
Okay. This is what I want to know. This is something I don't think I have asked you. So, were you HOH? I came to the HOH room. I think you were HOH. You were sitting on the couch. I was sitting in the chair. Maybe I was HOH. I don't know. And I was saying to you, like, I wanted to work on building trust, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Before I came to you and said that, did you feel that we had an issue with trust?
Yeah. I think that there's issue, but that's the nature of the game. There's an issue with trust in the house as a whole.
Okay.
So do we have an issue in trust? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you know that ex knew that we had a final two?
But no, not until we talked about
so
that.
I told on myself?
Yeah.
Did that make it bad?
No, that's what I'm
did not
saying.
seem
Is that
to
you
like that I said
no,
that.
but I think that me not liking that, kind of like we were talking about last night, like when we were driving, it's me not liking something doesn't necessarily impact how I make a decision on things.
Okay.
So those were unrelated. So that is something
that
comes into this conversation.
To
I would say that decisions aren't made, like, that's the thing. We tend to think decisions are made in a moment. They're not. Decisions aren't made in one single moment. They're made via a collection of different thoughts and ideas.
I think
like,
when
over
you
time.
were laying on the table in the kitchen after you won HOH, when we came back from the chicken coop, and you were like,
"Oh no, definitely not." Right after I won HOH and I went up, because then I had the mini, quick 30-second one-on-ones, and I told literally the exact opposites to pretty much every group that I talked to. I mean, I told less to some people, and then between you and Chada. Actually, I told basically you and X have been the exact opposite things at that point. And by that point, I'm still like, well, let me figure out what I'm going to do. So that is.
Scoot over because I'm not in
Oh,
the frame.
perfect.
Okay.
No, so asking about that conversation, it's like, well, there's so many things happening in that conversation. So it's not like, hey, did you mean this? It's like, well, in this sense, on this level, yes. In this sense, on this level, no, for every single part of that conversation. And that's unfortunately just how my brain operates. So if you have like a more specific.
Not James Jefferson saying 46 black families with the same.
Oh.
Wait, like I know 46 black families that have.
I thought that was what came in.
You know what?
No. So it's just, I think that's why it's a. No, unrelated. So I think that's why it's like challenging, because it's like the more specific the question a little bit, I can answer more. Like that's what she just did. She just asked like, hey, this is what I thought of this. And it's like, I'm just answering the questions to the best of how my
all the conversations
operating works.
But as y'all saw in the house,
not all
it doesn't bother me. I completely understand what Kai is saying. Kai will talk to me for 3 hours. I will sit there and listen and digest it all. It does not bother me.
Okay, so Tiffany, you talked a little bit on your Reddit AMA about like your last day in the house, because the feeds were down. Pretty much the last thing we saw was you sadly packing your stuff, and
damn, y'all
then
saw
feeds cut, and we were like,
feeds cut, yeah.
Also, interesting fact, I don't know if y'all know, but we did hear production like doing a fake run through of the competition.
I heard about that, yeah.
and they were definitely rooting for Chada over you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh no, I heard that. Well, but that was the thing, is that was the one that we all threw to Chada, because we are the wait. You're talking about?
The
Oh no,
double.
that's at 5. You're talking about 5.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that one I
Anyway,
couldn't even compete.
so
I
did
don't
you?
even know why they had my name in that one.
Yeah, I mean,
But I heard. No, I heard.
yeah.
I heard. But
So
also by then they already had their storyline that they were running, so it
yeah,
makes sense.
did
So
y'all
what was your question, Selena?
talk or
What was
make?
that?
Did y'all get a chance to like talk or
Yes,
up
we
or whatever
did.
that last day?
That was super surprising to me, finding out when I got out of the house. Well, not when we got out of the house, when we got out of the game, because when you got out of the house, you still don't know anything. But during that double, or before that double, we had a couple of conversations that I felt, and I think that you felt, has really.
What are you talking about?
Before you left, so they didn't get, pretty much, the feeds were pretty much cut before you left.
I don't think okay.
So our conversations that we ended up having, like in the storage room and before then, to build back to like a really good place.
Okay. So
and they didn't know that we got to a good place until after that.
Yeah, that
the
day
day
before. Okay, so the last thing y'all saw was like what? Like that day before?
No, the last thing we saw was, I think it was like the Wednesday morning when you were packing. That was the last thing we actually saw.
Okay, but before that, did you see any of Tuesday?
We saw
Tuesday I was straight. I think Tuesday I was still kind of like campaigning a little bit.
Yeah.
I was talking to Azza. I was talking to Big D. Then X came and had a conversation with me. You were spot on. X came and had a conversation with me. He pretty much let me know that he was leaning towards Chada, and I just could not understand it. I was like, this is dumb. Like, I will do whatever you need me to do. But then I also had to realize that everyone in the house was going to do whatever X wanted and needed him to do. So he didn't need me to sit next to him in final two. Everybody was willing to go to final two with him. So what I was offering him was the same thing everybody else had offered him. So I was definitely upset. I did not want to talk. I did not want to say something that I would regret and be a total bitch. I was definitely feeling like a real bitch that night, but I was like, I'm about to just go to sleep. Kai tried to talk to me. I was like, I don't know what the fuck you saying, but I'm straight on whatever you saying. I'm going to sleep. And I did not get any sleep, but I'm telling you, I was praying for the live eviction the next day. I was like, I hope I get evicted tomorrow, because if I have to go through one more day of looking at these people who I know have no plans to keep me in the house, I was going to lose my mind. So I got up the next day. As soon as the lights popped on, I was up. I grabbed my bag. I started packing. I felt so bad because even Chada came in there and tried to give me something. She's so sweet. She had my little cover up. She was like, Tiff, I think this is yours. I turned around. I looked at it. I was like, I don't want that. You can throw that in the garbage. And I just went on by my business. And I felt so bad. Like, I am being so mean. I would not make eye contact with anybody. I did not want anybody to talk to me. Kai had to clean out his HOH room. Usually I help. I was like, I'm not saying nothing to nobody. But we were sitting in the room. Me and X was sitting on this little couch, and I was like cramped up, and I did not even want to touch anybody so that nobody could say anything. But I needed to stretch my legs out. So he like took my feet and laid them on his lap. And then I was like, that was nice. And I was like, Tiff, you are being so mean. And I was like, these people really are your friends. It really is just a game. Somebody has to go. I am a person who looks at everything happens for a reason. Whatever that reasoning is, I may not be able to see it at the time, but this is the way things are supposed to go. It's my turn to go. How are you going to leave? How are you going to be remembered? What is going to be your last memories walking out of this house and saying bye to these people? So then I decided that let me let that shit go. I'll be mad later. Let me say bye to my friends. And, my energy is very strong. I really try not to be upset, because when I am upset, you can feel it. You can feel it when you walk in the door. I don't have to say anything. So I really am careful about the energy that I carry. And I knew it was felt all throughout the house, and I didn't want to do that to everybody. So I was like, let me just shift it. Let me bring my positivity in. And so then we were cool.
Okay. So did y'all two talk then?
Me and Kai?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I cut Kai's hair every Thursday. Every Thursday,
Yeah.
I shave Kai's beard. Every
Yeah.
Thursday. Ever since his first one, when I saw him in the mirror, and I was like, I could do better. So, anyway, I was like, let me see if he's going to let me help.
Isn't she
So,
nice?
what?
No, finish.
So, I was, after I let that shit go, then I was shaving his beard, and I was just talking to him like, I wish it could have been different. And we had some conversations, and I was like, outside of this house, we're still friends. I'm not going to take this game outside. We're going to, and that was like something I think that we all kind of mutually knew, that we're going to leave this game in this house, and when we leave, we're going to get to know each other. And so I was like, when I was cutting his beard, I was like, I'm not pissed. We're going to hang out outside of this house. I'm going to see if you any better to me outside of this house than you are inside of this house. I'm just kidding. So yeah, we did talk.
Okay.
And he helped me with a lot. Like, he helped me with my goodbye speech. We went over that. I actually had a really nice day leaving out. Everything went as best as I could have asked for it to go leaving.
Yeah.
No, I never got any. First of all, my son is here. No, I never had any kind of intercourse in the house. Kai and I were never underneath the same blanket. Let's be clear.
Tiffany, maybe you shouldn't address this anymore.
I did address
was
it,
addressed.
and I don't care, because first of all, don't ask me shit like that. That's personal. It's my business. I don't owe anybody anything.
Do you feel different about criticizing former players? Yes, that was something that we had in the day in week one. After we had this whole long conversation, and we were just like, every single past player, anything remotely negative we said. Me personally, I was like, I'm taking that back. This is way harder, way crazier, way more intense than anything that we could have imagined watching it. And so it just was like the amount of grace that built up for past players, and just I was like, I have never thought to I've never held, like, I think none of us ever held like this sort of platform, so it's like I don't know how to go back and find, but if I said something about past player, I take that stuff back, because that game is hard as
it is
hell. Like,
I mean, and
but
I'm
amazing
not judge
and awesome
players gameplay. Like, what are you thinking? What are you doing? I'm a live feeder, so I felt like I was watching everything as it played out. But what you don't see, what you don't feel, and what you don't know is how the relationships are built in that house. You have to actually be there. On night one, I felt like I was so connected to everybody. We could not even understand how to evict anybody. Like, how do I want to see anybody else go? So the relationships that you build are just, they just are there. Those bonds just are real. And so people can say, I don't know how you can be friends with this person. I know you don't know how we can be friends with these people, because you haven't experienced what we experienced. And so sometimes trauma ties people together, experiences tie people together. So I know people don't understand how we can feel the way we feel, because you haven't been in that situation. Us having been in that situation, we see it differently.
Well, whatever it is, y'all made the season, and it was really fun, almost solely because of y'all too. So I don't know. I'm glad y'all were on the show.
I was about to address some of these comments, but I'm not. It's you.
Oh no!
Shot.
Come on, let's get into it.
No, go ahead.
All right.
How the fuck they talk about they saw more? Oh, okay. Y'all saw more than I did. Okay.
No, that's what I said. Leave that part is just, I think that's why we end up talking so much to, like, past house guests, and you see past house guests hanging out with each other talking. It's because you go to the house and you just realize, like, literally a couple hundred people in the world have any idea what this is actually like.
Like, and less than 300.
Yeah, there's no amount of live feeds that are going to tell you what somebody's thinking. And I think that's why it is thinking it in like a true level or thinking in terms of one specific thing. So I think when that's why it's easy to kind of dismiss it, because it's like, oh, everybody's watching something, or everybody asks about like one specific move here or there. It's like a football game, anything. You're like, hey, what about that one pass? And it's just like, well, yeah, I could change that pass, or we could have changed these other 400 seconds of the game. So it's just kind of like, it is, for me, it's just such a siloed view to look at one thing as if it doesn't relate to everything else. And so everything kind of relates to itself. All I know is that right now we're here. We are all on good terms, all family between, I'm really all 16, especially the cookout. And I think that I learned really young that like if one thing changes, it can make all the difference in the world between somebody, you know, living and dying. And that memory is like implanted in my brain in such a strong way that it's like, hey, all I know right now is that all 6 of us are alive and thriving. And if something had different, maybe we wouldn't be. All 16 of us too. And that is all that I'm glad for. And so it's like the coolest experience ever, the coolest game ever.
It's so funny people talk about you smelling stuff, but I smell stuff too. Like, y'all don't smell stuff?
No,
like,
I do. So I didn't.
Everything. I think that's so crazy.
I think it was the depth with which.
No, yeah. It's a
I
I mean,
smell everything. Like, my nose is, but see, my nose is very keen, so I don't need to get up on it. Kai might need to get a little closer.
no.
Yeah, that was it was
No,
the
so there's.
skin to food touch.
Yeah, so just Google like, you know, just sensory, just sensory and ADHD, and there's lots of like different sensory adaptions and everything. And I've talked about it in enough other things. It's just kind of like, I'm not really sweating it.
You shouldn't. Okay, I'm asking you the Labor Day question. Okay.
Okay.
Because I really want to know this. I think it's me and one other person who want to know this. So
ask your question, Selena. This is your live.
And the ones I put back were for my own personal stash, by the way. Somebody did ask about that. I just wanted to make that clear. They gave us like 50 bags of bread and tortillas. So if I smelled something and put it back, I was like, that was my bag that I just kept for myself. I wasn't just on other people's food like that.
Okay. On Labor Day, the feeds went down and came back, and everyone was like in some kind of mood talking about your stories, Kyland. And someone had talked about DF sweating and how Alyssa was paying more attention to you than she had ever paid attention to you before. So can you please explain what this was?
Yeah, so
I'll explain.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
What are you going to say?
Go ahead, Kai. You explain.
No, we were just telling different stories, and I think that sometimes it's like for some reason when the feeds were off, I was much better at telling stories, so they enjoyed the stories much better.
So, Kai gonna bullshit, y'all. I'm about to tell.
Yeah.
So, look at Kai. Look at his face. Look at his face.
What are
Poor
you doing?
I'm not doing anything. So.
Let's cut
Kai
the feeds.
is very good.
How do we cut the feeds?
Kai is very good.
No, we're going to cut the feeds.
Kai is very good at telling stories. Kai is very good
We're going to cut the feeds.
And Kai's stories were just very entertaining. And it is a side of Kai that we don't typically get to see. And it was just interesting to hear his version of stories. And it just intrigued us all to where we were like, oh, Kai really is a good storyteller. And so we appreciated the other side of Kyland.
Okay, come on, give us more details.
So just life experiences. And travels and meeting different people.
Absolutely.
That's really, yeah.
Okay, sure. Okay. Come on.
Not trying to cut.
No, we appreciate No, so something's missing. Yeah, I missed the story. I'll you know, you can go on to Tiff's Cameo and see what she's willing to tell you about the stories or something. You know, I don't know.
I can't tell Kyland's
She's a premium rate
because we have a what is it?
Cone of silence for the whole everything.
So I'm not able to tell his stories. However, Kyland has he is a great storyteller, and I was interested.
Okay. All right. Well, let's look through these questions, okay? Let's see. Cool. Okay. Someone's asking how's
Dr.
Michigan.
Will Smith is my favorite name.
How did you know we was calling you Dr. Will Smith?
Because it's told. Well, some people told me.
Oh, I didn't
in
know.
the house.
I didn't know.
Okay, do y'all like it when I drag you? Because this morning I kind of dragged you by.
I don't care. Listen,
I missed it.
we know that
yeah.
we're going to get dragged. Who cares? Like, my bills paid, my
Exactly.
son is taken care of, I'm fucking healthy. Why do I care if people who I don't know are talking shit about me?
No, because
First of all,
funny.
and not just you. I just mean people, period. Y'all got to understand, I'm 22 years old. I've lived through some things. People talking shit about me is not going to affect me.
Okay. Someone asked, Kyland, how do you like Michigan?
It's great. I mean, I've only seen a small section because I just got in last night. But, you know, I know it produces amazing people. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah. What are y'all going to do apart from each other?
I'm about to take him down and through there.
Okay.
We're gonna see some of Detroit.
Yeah, we are. We're gonna do some things. I'm gonna take him out.
Somebody let us know what to do, you know.
Yeah, if y'all got some things that we should do, tell me. I would tell y'all where we gonna be, but I don't know. Damn.
Do y'all still talk to DF?
Everyone, we literally just got off of a call with all 6 of us. I think Tiffany said it best like so many times. Like, it's just we're a family.
Say, don't be critical of me.
We're a family.
I'm sensitive. Shit.
So of course we're gonna talk.
Okay. Are Christian and DF a couple? Oh wait, did y'all answer that?
Christian and DF.
They are also. They yes they are. We can break that news as well.
Okay.
Just gassing.
Tiffany, people want to know, is Monique around?
Girl, I had to put Monique in a cage. Monique is a hot mess, and I don't know what kind of conversation her and Kyland was having in the house. That's why, see, when you see me being nice to him, that's Tiffany. So Tiff is here being nice to him.
Okay.
Monique is just as lovely as Tiffany.
Monique is just as lovely.
We know you think.
I appreciate both both, you know, the sass or the kindness. It's all welcome because it's coming from such a wonderful person. So.
Someone wanted to know, how long are you and Kyland's hugs? Are they as long as you and Sarah Beth's hugs?
She's gonna say no, but that's just not true.
I'm not gonna let you hug me that long.
That is not true.
First of all, Kyland has had the longest hugs, and I refuse to be hugged that long. First of all, he is too tall, and then my neck is out of place, and it's just awkward. So
she is not telling the truth.
Oh,
and I don't know. I don't have. I don't know if I need other words to say that.
I don't know if you've seen this footage, but when you were about to be evicted, and you asked X if you should pack your stuff, he was like,
"Yeah, I did see the footage." And I saw that, and that's why I think it was so weird because it's like then I went and finished packing my stuff that morning because I just went to the diary room and they were like, "Hey, how you feeling?" And I was like, "Honestly, not good. I say 50-50 at best." And then they're like, "Oh, you had no idea." And I'm like, "No, like I literally packed every single thing I could fit into my bag after that morning because I was like, yeah, they seem sketchy." And so it just was kind of like,
that's what we could need because half of your stuff was all over that room. So we didn't know.
That wasn't my stuff. Literally, the only thing I left was my suit hanging up because I was like, I'm not going to cram this into my bag. But my bag, I had to open the extenders on it. I had everything, all of my stuff except for my suit. And I did actually forget, not on purpose, my toiletry bag. But they sent that to me in my suit. Yeah, the only things nothing else in that room was my stuff besides my suit and the shoes that went with it, hang up in the closet, and I didn't want to smash those into my bag.
So were you like actually surprised when you were evicted?
That's what I was saying. Like it's not like that is the nature of the game. You always know. And literally in the DR, I was like,
"Oh, sorry."
In the DR, I said, "Hey, this is the." I said, "This is probably their last chance to get me out." So it makes sense that they probably would. That's why I think they're kind of acting sketchy this morning. It's just, you know, it's part of the game. Like, you can always get out. And so that's why it just was like, oh, literally after that conversation, somewhere between that and the DR is when I packed my bag. And that's why I was like, I don't know why they're running it up as like there's no idea. It's just like, no, we literally spent 40 minutes in the DR telling them that.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
What was the jury?
We didn't have a lot of drama this season. I think they just wanted to build in wherever they could try.
Right.
Wherever we gave them an opening, which I definitely gave them some openings. That's on me.
I mean, it's okay. It made the season kind of fun, so. Okay.
Yeah, you said the jury house?
Not the jury house. What was the jury hotel like? Because you were by yourself, right?
Oh, my hotel. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would never want to go out at 4. I feel bad for him.
It was literally just me sitting in a hotel and like had a PA in a adjoined room and doing nothing. Like
I still have
for like 3 days.
Hotel PTSD. I do not ever want to stay in a hotel. I hate hotels now. It must be a suite that does not look anything like a hotel. I do not want to walk into a room and just see a bed. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
That seemed like a terrible to be evicted, honestly. I mean, because of
whoever said I can't survive Survivor, you are got.
No, gotta be love sends a lot of says a lot of things all the time.
Gotta be love. Just know I do read
this
your
is your
messages.
acknowledgement. We see them.
I love it though. Gotta be loved. You
see
ain't never
them.
lied. I'm watching Survivor for the first time, and I'm like, oh, I don't know if I could do it.
I'm trying. I need to watch it. I still haven't seen an episode, but I'm gonna catch up.
Yeah,
but yes, gotta be loved. We're sending you love back. I know you're not necessarily sending love, but you're sending lots of interest and attention, and I know that probably takes, some time. So appreciate the questions and thoughts.
Okay. Okay, so Kai, someone asked, why do you think you have so much unearned dislikability? Why are people so pressed to be mad at you?
Oh, no. Actually, yeah, no, that was one of the clips. Like, that was just when me and BS were just talking, or me and SB were just talking, and I just was, like, saying stuff about Xavier at the time, or about, I think that one was I think we were on the block, or maybe we weren't on the block, I don't remember. But that was not, obviously, everything in the house is just subject to questioning because we're just
in ridicule.
Yeah, we're just saying stuff.
I will say, like, Kai does talk a lot.
Oh yeah.
I think that he may be misunderstood.
Hey.
What up? Hey.
I hope you're not driving so.
So you
God. Stay here. You want to get me a job? All right.
I don't know. I think whenever you don't understand someone, you're going to be comfortable in taking your own point of view on it. Like, if you don't understand it, then to you it doesn't make sense. So I do think that he is misunderstood sometimes. That's just my own personal thing on it. I have had to listen to Kai talk for 3 hours to get to the point. So if you're not willing to do that, then you may not ever understand.
Well, also, I think that the thing about this game is this game has so much complexity. So, like, in my day-to-day life, I'm usually not speaking to someone in the craziest, oddest environment where everyone has their own secret, hidden agendas and motives in a very direct way. Like, of course, everyone has motives in real life. I get that. But in this specific scenario, there's a game where there just is so many different layers. And so to explain things and to use the brain energy and the things we were doing, there's just so many different, there's so much context there that, like, we could never explain. No one could ever understand on the show. And so for me, in those scenarios, that for sure provides a challenge because the way that I operate and the way that, like, I'm not a neurotypical person. So
yeah,
when I hear certain questions, like, neurotypical is just like, quote unquote, like normal mind, like that's what they say. And so
you said that before, like you said on many different occasions that you don't think the way other people think. And when Kai told me that, like, day 2, I readjusted my perception and I knew I was going to have to understand him on a different level. So when he's like, when I talk sometimes you'll see me pause and I'm getting my thoughts together because I've got several sentences running in my head at the same time. I feel the same way. I am a person, I told him this yesterday, like I typically might interrupt or try to fill in that space for somebody. But when he told me like that's how he communicates and just to let that pause happen so that he can finish his thought, I realized like, okay, I deal with him differently because I know that that's how he thinks. So when he pauses and he's getting his thoughts together, I'm not looking at it as, okay, he's trying to BS me. He's making up stuff. He's trying to say whatever. I know that that's him. That's how he communicates, period. It's not just with me or he's doing whatever. He's getting his thoughts together. I respect it. If you don't respect it, that's fine. He's not your friend. He is my friend though.
Yeah.
So I respect that. And when he is taking time to get his thoughts together, I'm quiet because if I tell someone that that's what I need, then that's what I need.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Tiff, I appreciate that, and she's been very understanding and supportive and patient and everything. And I think that's it. There's so many levels to it, but the
Next question.
yeah.
Okay. Someone said.
Also, we gotta go.
Someone said
we do.
a cup is a modified bowl. So are y'all in a modified relationship?
Wait. A what?
A cup.
A cup is a modified bowl.
A cup.
Are y'all in a modified relationship?
Yeah. Everybody.
modified
I mean,
bowl. Because you say a cup and a
yeah,
bowl.
everyone that knows each other is in a relationship of some type with each other, right?
Okay. A lot of people want y'all to kiss on the lips.
Check the IGTV, the archives.
Do it again.
The Todrick's. You guys saw it. She already got. We're gonna skip that. We're gonna skip that one.
You can kiss her again.
We're gonna skip that one.
Kiss me right here.
Check the feeds in Tampa. We'll see what happens.
Now, please don't talk about production. Who's talking about production? We are not talking about production.
Wow. Tiff, y'all are gonna have to fight later because Kai just rejected you twice.
I know, didn't he? I was like, kiss me right here. And he was like, no.
Did I reject the out-of-pocket flight costs and time to fly across the country to come be right here? What? Of course. Just
dang.
Jeez.
You see how hard that was?
That was crazy.
Drag his ass.
Oh my god.
Kiss Kyland on the lips. Come on.
Come on.
Old enough.
Cut on the lips all the time. Y'all are just friends.
Oh my gosh.
That was so funny. The peer pressure. Like, why do y'all think y'all can peer pressure people?
I did just make y'all take 2 shots, so you know.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. I actually have to go in a minute.
But we love you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Selena, thanks for the live. We promised you this a long time ago, but I hope it was good enough for you. And
this is great. I hope y'all don't block me after this.
Never. Stop. Double homicide. Damn.
Hi, Chrissy. Where
we
are you? Chrissy, you know Chrissy. You FaceTime with her. Chrissy, you coming bowling tonight? We going bowling. Come through. Let's go bowling, Chrissy.
We'll see. All right, well, you gotta. Yeah, we'll message her.
Where we going?
Sorry. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Selena. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
I will let you guys continue.
Oh, Kai, you got somebody blocked. They said unblock them. Chrissy. Chrissy, inbox me. I'll tell you where we going.
No.
Ann and Bianca coming too, and Sherry, and TT, and I'm trying to get Trina to come too. Okay, boo. Love you, Selena.
Oh, me too. All right.
Don't you change the name of that account, and then I'm blocking you.
I won't. Okay. Bye. I don't know how to end it. How do I end it?